A younger man sizes you up in under 3 seconds, and whatever he decides, he never tells you. Here's the scene. Saturday morning, hardware store. A man of 64 walks down the lumber aisle. Good posture, clean boots, forearms tanned, sleeves rolled twice. A guy in his 30s is loading 2x4s onto a cart. He glances up, and something shifts behind his eyes. Not friendliness, not sympathy. Something older than both. Respect. He didn't check a birth certificate. He didn't ask a single question. He read the man's body, his pace, his hands, and in that frozen half-second, he reclassified him. Not old guy. Not somebody's grandpa. Just man. Equal footing. Maybe more. Now here's what most men over 60 never understand. That moment happens every day. In parking lots, in lobbies, at your son's barbecue. And you are either passing that test or failing it without ever knowing the test was given. Today, I'm breaking down 5 things that make a younger man quietly reclassify you. Not as young, not as old, but as someone he doesn't want to underestimate. Number 5 is the one almost every man watching is doing wrong right now. Stay with me. Most men our age fall into one of 2 traps when they're around younger guys. Camp 1, the surrender. He shrinks, talks softer, defers, laughs at jokes he doesn't find funny, steps aside in doorways when he got there first. He has decided somewhere deep that his season is over, and his body broadcasts it before his mouth opens. The younger man reads that in a heartbeat, and he files it away. Done. Camp 2, the overcorrection. He talks louder, mentions what he used to bench, drops dates and decades like resume bullets. He's auditioning for relevance, and every younger man in earshot can smell the audition. Both camps lose, and they lose for the same reason. They think younger men are judging age. They're not. They're judging energy. They're reading whether you still take up space on purpose or whether you've started apologizing for the space you take. A 35-year-old doesn't look at you and think, 63. He thinks threat or non-threat, relevant or furniture, man I'd listen to or man I'd talk over. That's the real scoreboard, and it has nothing to do with your knees. Number 5, your speed, not how fast you move, how fast you react. A man who flinches at every noise, rushes to respond, jerks his head when someone calls his name, he reads as nervous. Nervous reads as fragile. Fragile reads as old. The man who turns slowly, who waits a beat before answering, who lets a silence sit without filling it, that man reads as dangerous, not aggressive, just unrattled. A younger man watches that and something in his gut says, he's been through things. The fix is cheap. Next time someone says your name across a room, count 1 full second before you turn your head. When someone asks you a question, let the last word land before you open your mouth. You are not slow, you are deliberate, and deliberate is the opposite of old. But speed means nothing if your body is apologizing the whole time. Number 4, your physical volume. I don't mean size. I mean how much room you take. Shoulders open or caved. Arms at your sides or folded across your chest like a shield. Feet shoulder width or squeezed together like you're trying to disappear. A younger man reads your posture the way a dog reads another dog. He doesn't think about it. He just knows. Wide stance, still torso, chin level. That's a man who owns his square footage. Hunched shoulders, crossed arms, chin tucked. That's a man who's given his square footage back. Stand in a doorway tonight. Plant your feet. Drop your hands. Hold it for 10 seconds. Feel how unnatural it is. That's how long you've been shrinking. But even a man who stands tall can lose the whole game with his face. Number 3, your eye behavior. Here's the brutal part. Most men over 60 have started breaking eye contact first, not because they're weak, because they've been socially trained over a decade to yield, to look away, to scan the floor when a younger person holds a stare. A younger man registers that in a 1/10 of a second. Eye drop equals status drop, every time. The correction isn't a staring contest, it's this. When a younger man meets your eyes, hold for 1 beat longer than feels comfortable. Not aggressive, not locked, just unhurried. You're saying, without a word, I'm not going anywhere. That one habit will change more conversations than anything you wear. But there's something that carries even more weight than your eyes. Number 2, your hands. Not what you do with them, what they look like. A younger man's eyes flick to your hands faster than you'd believe. Groomed nails, no ridges, no neglect. A watch that fits, not loose, not flashy, just deliberate. Your hands are a broadcast. They say whether you still maintain the details or whether you stopped caring 6 years ago and hoped nobody would notice. A younger man notices. He always notices. 10 minutes with a nail file once a week. A $5 cuticle oil. That's it. That's the difference between hands that say, I'm still in the game, and hands that say, I've left the building. And now the one that seals it. Number 1, your comfort with silence. A younger man will test you without meaning to. He'll let a pause hang. He'll stop talking mid-conversation and see what you do. If you rush to fill the gap, joke, ramble, over-explain, he reads anxiety. Anxiety reads as need. Need reads as decline. But the man who lets the silence breathe, who stands in that empty space like he built it himself, that man terrifies a room, not with volume, with stillness. Because silence in a man over 60 communicates one thing a younger man cannot fake. I've already survived everything you're afraid of. You don't learn that from a podcast. You earn it in decades. And when a younger man senses it, he straightens up, without knowing why. Now picture a room, a family gathering, a work event, a neighborhood thing. There are a dozen men over 60 in that room. Most of them are doing the shrink, laughing too fast, talking too much, filling every gap with noise, arms folded, eyes down, feet close together, hands they haven't looked at since last winter. And then there's one man. He walked in unhurried, stood with his feet planted, made eye contact and held it, not hard, just calm. His hands are clean. His silence is comfortable. He didn't announce himself. He didn't need to. Every younger man in that room clocked him. And not one of them is thinking about his age. That's not luck. That's not genetics. That's a man who decided quietly, without fanfare, that he wasn't done. That's the 3%. And the only entry requirement is the decision. Remember the hardware store? The 64-year-old in the lumber aisle, the younger man who looked up and recalculated. That moment wasn't random. It was built. Built by 5 choices. Speed, volume, eyes, hands, silence, that cost nothing and change everything. The next time a younger man looks your way, you'll either be furniture or a force. That decision is in your posture tonight. It's in your hands tonight. It's in the next silence you refuse to fill. If this landed, subscribe. Not for me. For the man who shows up in your mirror tomorrow. And if you want to go deeper on the physical signals that make a room reclassify you before you speak, watch 7 things that make a man look older than he really is. That's where the real inventory starts. Own the silence.